It's time for Vivid Talk, a coaching conversation to cultivate your visionary lifestyle. I'm your host, Gwen Witherspoon, Better Life Coach. We use my proprietary Vivid model for growth and development to get us started, but it's not a real conversation without you. So join in. Visit vividtalkradio.com for details. We've got a great show for you today. Glad you're here. Welcome to Vivid Talk. Today's episode is titled You Can Look Good, Feel Good, and Do Good, and it's brought to you by Salon Pennae, sponsor of the Vivid Party. But before we get started, let me tell you how you can join the conversation. Post your comments, share in social media, visit vividtalkradio.com to start a Coach on Call chat. I'm sitting here with my sister and friend, Pennae Akpuru. Pennae and I were both calendar models. She was in the 2016 40 Plus Wonders calendar, and I was Miss June in 2017. And we have forged a partnership ever since. Pennae is a master stylist, a salon owner, and a transformational coach. Pennae, thank you so much and welcome to Vivid Talk Radio. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, and I thank you for having me on your program,
I'm so
Gwen.
glad to have you. I'm so glad to have you.
Yes.
You have heard me speak a number of times now, and so over and over, you keep hearing me talk about vision and about my vivid model, and so this is what this is about, just a program about visionaries, and so you are the consummate example of that. Please tell our listeners about your background and what you've been doing.
Well, I am a salon owner here in Atlanta, Georgia, in Buckhead. I'm an educator, beauty concierge. I'm a happy and, extremely happy mother, and a beauty liaison. I'm a connector, and as you said, a transformational and speaker. And what I do is help people live out their dreams and be the best them.
Yeah. But now, how did you
Yeah.
come to that? I've heard you talk about, the dream you had when you were 5 years old. Tell us about that.
Wow. Well, yes, a lot of things that I'm doing now. I'm 54, get ready to be 55 years old, and
Me and you
I'm
both.
overwhelmed.
It's our
Uh-huh,
year,
yeah.
our year of double grace.
Yes, I'm overwhelmed because a lot of things came to me when I was about 5 years old, and then again when I was 9, and then my teens, and I'm just now living them.
Mm.
At 5 years old, I got introduced to the hair industry through my mother. I chose to do hair not for just the styling abilities and making money. I've watched my mom change lives through hair. Women would come in, they were broken, they were going through a lot, and when my mother would get finished doing their hair, they were just transformed. And their spirit, their energy, their conversation, it just changed them. And I knew at 5 years old what I wanted to do. If doing hair could take a woman and change her personality, her emotions, and her character, I knew that I wanted to be a part of that. So at 5, I had visions and dreams of doing hair in television, doing hair, all over the world. And I have been blessed to have those opportunities. At 9 years old, I had an amazing dream of doing hair in Africa. And about 5 years ago, I was blessed with even that dream coming true. Working towards that goal for many years, a lot of trials, tribulations, and obstacles and things tried to stop me, but I always kept, hold to the dream that was inside of me. I always stayed focused. I always wrote things down, no matter what trials and tribulations that I endured or that or came towards me to stop me. I knew that they were coming to stop me or to derail me. And so the power of the dream, the power of vision, and the power of writing things down, I got a grab of that early on. And I would always just persevere through everything to get to the dreams and goals that I'm living today.
Well, now that sounds really inspirational. But because I know you, I know that every visionary, every person, every entrepreneur, everyone who has succeeded in anything, they've gone through something. Every one of them. But I have to say that I don't know anyone who has suffered through as much as you have. So will you tell us some
Yeah.
about some of those trials and tribulations?
Well, I never remember being a virgin, first of all. I have been molested since I was a baby. and for men and women. I've suffered and overcame drug addiction, 8 year run with crack addiction and cocaine. I had two brutal rapes. One almost left me for dead. I suffered depression, self-esteem issues, I divorce, uh, domestic violence, and even survived a stroke that they said I would never talk or walk again. I mean, it's like because I knew who I was and what I wanted at 5, I just always believed that I was just under attack and something was always trying to stop me. And so no matter what kind of pain I would go through, I would always just go into this intimacy with God, pray, and I would always fight through my trials and tribulations. And the self-destructive path that I went down sometimes is years of when I was broken and tired. But the dream would always strengthen me and encourage me to continue to fight through.
So exactly how did you do that? Like I know you have talked to me about the voice. How did you learn to listen
It's
to
the
the voice,
voice,
and what's the voice?
the voice, and everyone has the power. The voice is God. It's God, but it's about getting in this quiet, intimate place
Mm-hmm.
and being real still
Yeah.
and blocking out. A lot of people are doing like meditation and drawing into their zen,
Yeah.
and we all are born with it, and we all, God created us all, and it's a place where you go and you just be real still, and it's very soft, and that voice is there, but you don't have the strength sometimes to be obedient to the voice and what it's telling you.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it, but trials, tribulations, and the noise of life, the chaos of life, blocks it.
Yeah.
And I have learned, to be able to overcome a lot of my challenges, to be still and quiet,
Mm-hmm.
listen to it. And then after I recognized it, I had to learn the strength to be obedient,
Mm-hmm.
to do what the voice was telling me to do, because
Mm-hmm.
it was always there. But, rebellion, hurt, pain, a lot of things kept me, from doing what the voice was telling me. And then I hit enough of my bottom, that where it was like, okay, I need to listen to this voice, because you have choices.
Yeah.
But you have to make the decision to either do the right thing or the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Or what's best or what's easy,
Yeah.
And so that voice, it helped me with a lot of things like my weight loss. It helped me, even when I had an overdose my last time I hit drugs, I was dying. All my body fluids were coming out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my hearing. It was just crazy what I went through. And I heard the voice even in my last hit with my drug addiction say, "Don't hit it."
Yeah.
And I was so sick that I hit it, and then I just almost lost my life.
Yeah.
But I prayed on my way down, and my dreams and my vision is what gave me the strength.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's the power of the dream. As I was dying and felt myself dying, I kept seeing things that I had not lived yet. I haven't done, and it's amazing. I was delivered instantly.
Wow.
Because I woke up the next day out of my overdose, and I was completely delivered. And I've been clean now for 24 years. But after my overdose, do you know I still obtain, live, and experience my dreams? And God used people to, like I used to dream I was going to go to Hawaii, and I would be over there with all this beautiful water. Well, lo and behold, Shirley Strawberry and Steve Harvey and the whole Steve Harvey morning show calls me out of nowhere and tells me we have a job over in Hawaii.
Wow.
And that's how I got there. So you don't have to try to figure out how you're going to live your dreams. If you stay intimate with God, stay focused, write things down, everything you're dreaming about and desiring, it'll just come to you. Because I'm a strong believer that if you delight thyself in the Lord, He will give you desires of your heart.
Yeah.
And after so many obstacles and tribulations and so much pain, I decided to use the Word of God and and get into within myself and read the Bible. And I was like, oh, this is the secret. This is what I need to do. And instead of chasing people, trying to impress people, and looking for my opportunities through people, I chose to seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things began to be added unto me. And write things down, because it says in Habakkuk that if you write the vision, Habakkuk, if you write the vision and make it plain,
Yes.
it will, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it was like, go back to the Bible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so it was like, wow, this is amazing. And, so I stopped chasing people, stopped chasing, the world, and just start chasing the God in me and writing things down. And the most important thing, because I have it in my book that's getting ready to come out, is that I stopped even feeling sorry for myself for everything that I did go through.
Mm-hmm.
Because you realize that all those things were just trying to stop you from obtaining the life that you want to live, that beautiful life that God does have for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just was on a journey. I mainly stopped feeling sorry for myself because I realized that God allowed those things to happen, because he knew that I could handle it. And so that he knew that someday I would tell my story, give him the glory, and help others.
Yes. Well, and I love what you said about feeling sorry for yourself, because what I realized is, it doesn't even matter what the source of the pain is. It can come by what someone has done to you, as you were victimized, as a young child. It can also come by the things that you do trying to cope with that, and so either way, he said, I'm going to take it all and I'm going to work it together for your good. So
yes.
Isn't that powerful?
It's so powerful that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord.
Yep, and are called according to his purpose. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And I had self-pity, dealing with being bullied. I grew up, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So I was teased a lot from things I didn't have. I was, they called me ugly. I just went through so much.
Yeah.
My self-esteem was just shot, and it was like, but when you realize that everyone has a dream inside of them, and the devil is really trying to stop you from getting there and to live it, you know what I'm saying? And so he's going to use any and everything, from you just not having the strength to make the proper choices in your life, to being victimized. Pain is pain. And that's what I tell people. I may have been molested, raped. I've been homeless. I've been in the streets. I stayed in the shelter. I've been doing so much. I made a lot of bad choices, and even just the lack of wisdom, just hurting yourself. Pain is pain. And, you have to just get in that place where, God is your strength, and you listen to that voice so that he can lead you and guide you out of it, through it. And sometimes you're in pain and you just need to pray for endurance, period.
Yeah.
Just endurance to go through it and seek God for wisdom and understanding of why you're there. So, I know now, and I talk now, and I take interviews and I talk to people because in my 50s, I want them to get it a lot earlier than I did. I'm in my 50s now, and I'm like, wow, I feel amazing, and I'm so thankful for the journey now, and so I don't want people to waste time with this experience. And it's so beautiful now. I finally got it,
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to continue. I'm Gwen Witherspoon, and you are invited to my next Vivid Party. It's a workshop experience designed to help you get a vision for every area of life. Connect with women just like you, women who have a dream but have tried and failed. Learn my proprietary Vivid model for growth and development so you can write your vision. grow, get inspired, and receive practical help. I'm a Better Life coach, and I will be hosting the Vivid Party with Pennae Akpuru and Rachel Davis. Pennae wants you to look good, feel good, and do good. Rachel is building a community to help you begin and grow. It's a celebration of all you were designed to do and be. Connect, learn, grow. Join us on Sunday, February 25th from 3 to 7 p.m. at Salon Pennae in Atlanta, Georgia. Visit GwenWitherspoon.com for tickets and details. Brought to you by Salon Pennae and The Edge. Welcome back to Vivid Talk. I'm your host, Gwen Witherspoon, and we're returning for the second half of our conversation with master stylist, salon owner, and transformational coach, Pennae Akpuru. Pennae, I'm so excited to have you here. And you hit on before our break, you hit on some really great points. And one is kind of a pet peeve of mine, where everybody started doing all those vision boards and they were talking about the secret. And, we do vision boards as well. But talking about if you can just write your ideas down or you can see a picture of it, the universe is going to bring it to you. And everybody just always talking about the secret. And I love what you said. The secret is the word of God. That's where the secret is, because the principles are eternal. So even though that may be a spiritual principle that you attract things to you, but the reality is, why not go back to the source? And and I love what you said about everyone having a dream on the inside. And see, that thing, I think that's what's God breathed, right? That thing that is in you just for no reason, but it's just there. You know that it's in you. It's just in you, right? And what we're doing is we're pursuing all these things outside. So, and I want to back up for a little bit, because I don't know if all of our listeners are going to be familiar exactly with the specifics of your career. I want to talk about just let us know a little bit more about the people you've worked with, the kinds of things you've done, a little bit more of your resume, so they'll understand. So all of this pain that you're enduring is going on while you are doing this. So tell them about your career.
Well, my career, like I said, at 5, I saw myself. I would look at TV, different award shows and game shows, all kinds of things, and I would see myself backstage. I would always say stuff like when awards were on, well, who's behind that curtain? Like who's back there doing the hair and makeup, or just. And I would watch movies. I love Pam Grier as a child, and I'm like, okay, the movie's going on, but who did her eyebrows? And so as a child, I was envisioning myself doing that. So I have been blessed to do hair backstage of the Grammy Awards, BET Awards, Soul Train Awards, the Trumpet Awards, even the Country Music Awards. I would open up magazines when I was little through all this pain, through my race, molestation, addictions, abuse, and I would find my joy in looking in magazines, and I said, one day I wish that I could do hair there, and that would give me my strength to keep fighting through my pain. And I was blessed. I did the cover of Ebony magazine, and I did the cover with Steve Harvey on the cover of Ebony magazine, to be exact. And I would always say stuff like, I want to be in Forbes magazine, but I wanted to be the multi-millionaire in there, or billionaire. But I actually had an article in Forbes magazine doing a client that was living her dream. She was the first African-American polo rider, and I got called to do her hair. And I was so into hair that I even started doing the horse's hair that she was sitting on, And I've done a lot of print work and commercial advertisement, and a lot of celebrities. I used to look at Ruby Dee when I was little, and I couldn't believe one day out of nowhere, a girl named Jay called me up and said, I'm doing this play called The Gift of Love, and Ruby Dee's the star, and we need you to take care of her and be her personal stylist. And so from Ruby Dee, Boris Kojo, Steve Harvey in the morning shows, I've done Toya Wright, Sherry Shepherd, Tisha Campbell, Whitney Houston. I used to do Left Eye. I've done so many people. And those people, I knew God sent them to me because I always got their story. One particular artist were Mary, Tina and Erica Campbell. Just hearing about them, talk about their family, all the clients that I was able to do, they empowered me and they strengthened me because I would always have these intimate moments with them, and they would somehow start talking about how they got to where they're doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? And it's like from client to client, I was strengthened and empowered because some of them I would see from afar and out of nowhere. And it's so true. When you stay intimate with God, He will give you the desires of your heart.
Yeah.
I would watch BET, and if you watch BET, they always go to Deborah Lee
Yes.
and show her face, right?
Yes.
And then I would sit there and watch her for years and say, every time they had the BET Awards, they show this woman,
Yeah.
and I said, oh, that's Deborah Johnson. And then out of nowhere one day, BET calls me and says, oh, can you do Deborah Johnson's hair?
Deborah Lee? Is it Deborah Lee?
Deborah Lee.
Deborah Lee.
Yeah, BET. Yeah, Deborah Lee. And I said, oh my God. So if you envision something and you stay intimate with God, long enough, and continue to believe, like people say, well, how did you become a celebrity stylist and do hair? I mean, all over the world, even in Africa. And I say, I don't know, it just comes to me. I never chased an entertainer. I've never even applied for a position. I've never even, called any of them. They always called me.
Wow.
Because I always stayed ready. I always make sure that I look good. I make sure, even in my addiction, I did my hair, my makeup, and always stay professional.
Yeah.
I've always would put my pain aside and stay prepared for my dreams because your life can change instantly. A phone call away, an email away. I've never was confused about that. I always stayed ready. And I always sought God. I've always loved God. I always knew that he is everything's possible through Him. And that's the message I just like to get out to people, that no matter what you're dealing with, what you've been through, that dreams do come true.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can go on and on.
Girl,
so,
well, listen, and I could let you, okay? I could go on with you.
I'll be quiet.
Well, because that's the thing, though. That's why I'm doing Vivid Talk Radio. That's why I've got Vivid Magazine. That's why we're doing the Vivid Party. Because the one thing that I finally came to, I used to talk a lot about dreams, and I think dreams are vital, but God really brought it to reminded me. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Without a vision, the people perish." And the Living Translation says, "Without a revelation of what God is doing, the people cast off restraint." And so that's when He started showing me vision is the thing. And I love what you said. Yeah. It's that it was that dream in front of you, that vision to be in the industry and to do the things that you were doing. That's the thing that helped you go through horrendous situations in your life, and that is 1,000% why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's why I want to talk about.
And I'm such a fan right? of what you're doing.
Well, and because you are, because you are such a fan, I'm so grateful that you've agreed to partner on the next Vivid Party. And and I love, tell them a little bit about what you said about you want to help women stop being 2 and 3 people.
Oh my God. Yes. First of all, I just want to commend you for your vivid experience that you're sharing with the world. And, and we need to back up. You came to me after 40 Plus Wonders. Five Wonders is doing like an amazing project. And she, because of her, we were brought together.
Yes.
And you came to my business. I rent my space out for women, and I love to support women to have their functions. And you held your Vivid Party there.
Yeah.
And so I got a chance to see you firsthand, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity of meeting you. I always thank God for allowing our paths to cross.
Yes.
However, the vivid, and helping people not, like what you're doing and who I am, it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm meeting this woman. And back to your question, like women being 2 and 3 people, that's what it has to end.
Yes.
You have to, you have to become a oneness with you, a wholeness, and just stop. You can't, to it being a woman at home crying, feeling sorry for yourself, having regret, having self-pity, feeling unattractive, not, just love yourself. Then
Yeah.
you have to go to work and wear another hat. And then you're around other people, you're being someone else, you're pretending.
Yeah.
When I don't have any money, I don't have any money.
Right.
When I'm tired, I'm tired. When I don't feel good about myself, then I seek the help in every area of my life so that I can stay whole and stay amazing and stay together.
When I love what
All
you
that
said.
pretending.
Yeah, I love what you said about stop pretending that you got everything together. Right?
Yes,
Because that's the thing with this visionary lifestyle. We're out here, everybody's out here hustling, working, trying to build, trying to put their best foot forward, and it's good. You got to be professional. You got to look like you're together. Nobody wants to deal with somebody that's just an open mess. But at the same time, pretending that you got it all figured out, we got to keep it real, be honest. And
when I tell you, I'm gonna tell you something. I just have to say this.
Okay.
When I finally was like, I just, in order for me to get help, I had to let people know that I needed help.
Come on.
But I was so busy. I got caught up in this thing for a minute. I wanted to make sure that I looked amazing and I had it all together.
Yes.
Because that law of attraction kind of throws you off.
Right.
It's like, okay, act like you're together, you'll be together. No,
right.
Wait a minute, but that's why wasn't nobody willing to help me because I was looking like I had it all together all the time.
And that you got it figured out.
And when I finally just became transparent and authentic, and then God started sending me women around in my circle that was just authentic and real. And then that's how my help started coming. I stopped faking, I stopped playing, and I started being real. And I wanted people to see that if I didn't have any money in the bank and I was late on my bills just like they were or whatever, but I still draw my eyebrows and put my red lip on and I dress fancy in the midst of my mess, in the midst of the madness, I keep making moves.
Yes.
In the midst of going through the storms of my personal struggles, I love God, love me, and I believe in the vision that He gave me, and I'm going to live it.
Come on.
But at the same time, I'm telling you, I need help. That's what I want women.
That's it. You're going to make me follow.
That's what I want women to do.
You're going to make me
it's
follow.
Like, they're like, oh, Pennae Akpuru, you just look so amazing. And I'm like, yes. And then when I find out what they do, God was sending my help because I was able to be transparent.
Yeah.
And that's just how we came together.
Yes.
Every area that I'm weak in, God sends someone that is strong in that area, and our collaboration together has become so powerful.
Come on.
From being real.
Well,
amen.
Amen. Well, that's the thing. The word of the hour is collaboration. And my entire adult career, I've been looking for people that I could collaborate with, and just honestly, and I love even what you brought to me. When you came to me and said you're the one. And it was like, I didn't need a credential. I didn't need a high profile client. You were like, no, I see who you are. I see, the gift of God in you. And that's what we have to do for one another. We've got to recognize the gifts of God in each of us. And then we've got to invest in those so that's how we're going to become great. That's how we're going to build. That's I'm very capable. Me and God are perfectly fine. However, in order for me to do something great in the earth, I'm going to have to be involved with other people. And so getting connected to the right, like-minded people is everything. But listen, before we run out of time.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work all day long.
No, it's real. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
You ask God to use you, and you ask God to show you what your gifts and talents are, and He will connect it. It's a puzzle in life.
Yeah.
He will connect the right men and women and children. Like the gifts, and so sometimes people get so caught up on how people look, and what they have, and that's what messes people up all the time.
Yeah.
I was working with someone and said, "Oh, I want all the people that work for me to be a size 10, look like models. I want to look like this." I say, well, they may not have and they may not have something inside them that will really elevate your brand and your business if you keep looking at the outside of people. Now, you might have someone that's a size 20, or they might be short and weigh 110. But if you keep looking at this physical thing,
then you're gonna miss it. Yeah,
you're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
So you can't do that. You just have to say, "Send my help, Lord."
Yes.
And you stay seeking Him, to continue to believe in your vision, and He'll send your help. And don't get caught up, in what someone looks like or what they have.
Yep. Listen, before we go, we've got less than a minute, and I want to make sure we let them know about your upcoming book. What's the title, and where can they find it? I know
Yes,
you're doing
my
pre-sales.
book. Yes, I'm going to do pre-sales. Is living past your pain to live your dreams, and it's at Amazon. It's going to be at iampene.com. I am Pennae Salon Pennae on Instagram and Pennae Akpuru at Facebook.
Pennae,
So this
thank you
book,
so
I
much for
just
being
can't
on
wait
Vivid
to
Talk
get
Radio,
someone to.
sweetheart. I love you, and I'm so grateful to be with you. And we're going to let everybody know about everything that you are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Vivid Talk Radio, a coaching conversation for visionaries. A special thanks to Salon Pennae, sponsor of the Vivid Party. Visit vividtalkradio.com to follow us and make sure you never miss an episode. Join the conversation by speaking your mind, posting your comments, sharing in social media, and tagging at Vivid Brands. You've been listening to Vivid Talk Radio with Gwen Witherspoon. Join us each Wednesday at 5 p.m. and get a vision for every area of life. Visit vividtalkradio.com for more. Until next time, make it vivid.